pick 6 in round 5, the 141st overall pick in the 2023 Raider Dave. Put it on my resume mock draft here on YouTube. Find it here, right here, GrimeCast Media. I'm Raider Dave. This is my mock draft. Made this selection 2 weeks ago. Got a published article here I'm going to go off of for this player because we're going to go off some stuff leading up to the draft, what they're saying. Nothing really special here, just a very simple scouting report, but we'll get into it right here. The man stands at 6'2", 332 pounds, built, perfectly for a defensive tackle right there with that, as far as a nose tackle goes. Now, 2023 draft, Keandre Colburn's scouting report. Let's dive into that. After spending the past 5 seasons with the Texas Longhorns, Keandre Colburn has officially declared for the NFL draft. The defensive tackle is coming off what may be his best season of his career. Appearing in a career-high 13 games, the redshirt senior finished the campaign with 29 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, and 2.5 sacks. And all the numbers in this next paragraph, they're very consistent despite, I'm just going to kind of summarize through this, despite taking a step backwards in 2021, recording 15 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 1 sack in 9 games. That's only because he played in 9 games. But just look at these numbers here, 24 tackles, 4.5 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks in 2020, 25 tackles, 4.5 for a loss. That was 2020, and then the 2019 was the other stat. But basically consistent numbers. I'm basically getting to like that. If he did that in the NFL, he'd be great for us. That would be great if he put up numbers like that. That'd be consistent numbers like that. Especially when you got guys like Max Crosby, just completely with the quick speed moves off the edge. You get the right linebacker in blitz packages. You get the right corner in blitz packages. You allow your defensive players, when you get a guy that can eat up blockers in space, you're freeing up other players on your defense, what we want to call playmakers on defense. We want to get turnovers. We want to get defensive touchdowns on defense, man. So, sorry, I got to make sure it's recording sometimes. Sometimes you record, the mic's not on and all that fun stuff. All right, so his strengths: fast off the snap, can get in the center's face before they're ready to block. I'm not going to read the next bullet points, just measurable crap, probably next-gen stat that I don't really care about. Generates extreme power and can collapse the pocket. Totally agree. That's totally what I'm looking for right here. Can eat up double teams without giving up ground. Totally what we're looking for right here. Built like a tank, hard to move regardless of the situation. I'm going to stop right there. I like that. So the man bench pressed. I think he had 22 bench press reps. Ran a 5'2", 240. So he can move in space, and he's got strength. And I believe Lance Zierlein compared him to Dan Williams. That kind of caught my eye there. So let's just kind of scroll down here. He's projected in the 4th round. This was published a couple days ago. We get him in the 5th round, 6th pick in the 5th round. Bottom line on Keandre Colburn. Keandre Colburn was born in the wrong generation. I disagree. I totally disagree, dude. Dude can play in the NFL. Dude is built for the NFL. There ain't nothing wrong with that, dude. I disagree with that. As a 2-down nose tackle, Colburn is primarily responsible for eating up space. They said a couple times already. Closing up run lanes and freeing up the others to make plays. While he's no Vince Wilfork, he's good enough to earn that spot in the NFL. The 6'2", 332-pound defensive tackle knows how to use his massive build to gain leverage on opposing blockers and win the battle in the trenches. When he's at his best, he can close up rushing lanes like they're nothing and even collapse the pocket from the inside. It's exactly what we're looking for. Battle in the trenches, collapsing the pocket, and eating up blockers and gaining leverage on those blockers, man. We're just looking to get strong in the trenches and start to push some folks around, dude, and make some noise in this league, dude. I don't agree with a lot of what is said right here. Let me see where we're at in the time. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I might let this... all right, we'll read it. I disagree with a lot of this. Unfortunately, that skill set does not carry too much value in today's NFL. Colburn is at his best against the run, but teams are throwing the ball more than ever now. There is no such thing as a running down in the modern league. I don't know, man. Josh Jacobs, he ran the ball really well last year. Very elusive, very slippery. Teams do run the ball. You got Derrick Henry out there. There's a lot of running backs coming out of this draft, man. So like every year there's running back. I mean, teams have depth at the running back position. They utilize the run game, man. But I know screen passes, all that. You're talking about the dude moving fast in space and stunts and all that stuff. I get it. But so if a guy wants to get on the field, they need to be able to make plays against the pass. I don't know. As mentioned earlier, Keandre Colburn has the raw ability to collapse the pocket. Said that like 3 or 4 times. But needs to work on his consistency if he's going to be a regular role in the defensive line. I don't think he will, man. I think they use so many different personnel sets, so many different, they're getting fresh legs out there all the time, rotational guys nonstop. That could be going on at any time, any place. They're changing sets, they're changing looks, they're constantly adjusting. I'll leave it at that. Constantly adjusting during an NFL game, that is like where adjustments are just nonstop. So I disagree. Who's really full-time these days, nonstop, when it comes to the defensive line, unless you're drafting a guy and you're getting a guy in the top 10. He exclusively wins strength and leverage, and if a center can match his muscle, then he's basically out of the play. It's going to happen sometimes. Not every battle is won. Ultimately, Colburn projects as a rotational interior. Agree. Defensive lineman that can clog up running lanes in short yardage situation. That role might not be too valuable in today's NFL, so he should go off the board at some point in the 4th round. I think he's valuable, man. I think the 4th round grade is there. I think he's great in the 4th round. Look at all the players that are going before him, man. This turned out to be a pretty good draft class, man. I like the cornerback position, so therefore it's a good draft class for me. This is a deep cornerback position. I can't wait till we get to our cornerback. It's coming up here in the 6th round. I can't wait to share that one. But we're going to get through the 5th round today, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.